Salutations, friends. Happy Halloween. Yes, this is going to be a Halloween video, obviously, with my festive sweater and my kitty ears. Today, I'm going to share some fragrances for you guys that are great for specific Halloween festivities. This isn't a top 10 list. This isn't a go out and buy these, but these are kind of more examples of fragrances you might have in your collection, or you might have these specific fragrances. And I thought this would be a great way to get kind of spooky kooky and share some great recommendations for some spooky fragrances. So let's go. First things first, what I mean by these types of fragrances is Halloween means a lot of different things for different people. Some people, it's very sexy, very fun. They go out and party, they go to clubs, they go dancing, they go downtown, they get dressed, you know, very fun, and they just go out and they like to make an impression. So there are fragrances for that. There's some people that like to have a more intimate party with maybe friends and family, and they go really all out with decorations and their costumes. We have scents for that. And then we also have scents for maybe if somebody is, you know, the family type, you're going trick-or-treating with your family, or maybe you're just going trick-or-treating yourself and you want to smell nice and delicious. So those are the types of fragrances that I've chose. The more partying fragrances, the more fun, kind of serious, but still enjoying the festivities, and then the more family-oriented scents. Because I don't think somebody's going to want to wear a sexy fragrance when they're taking their little 4-year-old to go get little miniature Three Musketeer bars, but you can also wear whatever you want. Now these are going to be bulked up in 3 different categories, and what I mean by you can wear whatever you want is I'm going to kind of describe what I mean by these scents. So the first is going out and partying. So I used to live in Miami. I also lived in Fort Lauderdale. I used to love to go out when I was younger, a lot younger, go out to parties and downtown during any holiday, and Halloween was always super fun. Now it was very busy. You couldn't even see in front of your nose because there were so many people there. And if you wanted to wear a fragrance in those settings, like if it was like the 4th of July, if it was New Year's Eve, if it was spoopy, kooky Halloween season, there was a lot of bodies. So the types of fragrance you would want to maybe wear to make an impression would be different than the types of fragrance you would want to wear to make an impression on the same, you know, at the same bar or the same dance club, maybe 2 weeks beforehand, because then it's a busy night, not a sardine-packed night. So some of these ambroxan heavy, super strong, beastly fragrances, they would be too suffocating in my opinion, too heavy for a downtown clubbing, bar hopping type of night out for Halloween. You might want something that still smells very beautiful, very sexy, very fun, but doesn't have that heaviness that will get lost and will get muddy when there are so many different people around you. And again, so you can wear literally whatever you want, but I find fragrances that are for, you know, if you're leaning a little bit more feminine, fruitier fragrances work so well, and I find that berries are great. I recommend from Solo Notes. This is really great. First and foremost, super affordable. You could also get pomegranate. Pomegranate would be another great one from Solo Notes to wear. And the eau de parfum is like $20. You can get the body mist spray, which is much cheaper as well. These are fantastic because they work really well, they smell really beautiful on the skin, they perform very well, and they're not suffocating and they're not heavy. And they make great layering scents too. I do obviously love Amethyst from Lalique, but generally if you want just something sexy to complement your costume, I think something like a nice berry fragrance that doesn't have much of anything else conflicting with that fruitiness, that tartness, that jamminess would be just fantastic, would be really sexy, and would stand out but wouldn't conflict with like a very heavy, fun night out when you're probably, you know, in costume and dancing and having a lot of fun. It wouldn't be too heavy and too muddy and too suffocating. If you wanted to treat yourself to a designer fragrance and something that does have a little bit of the festive theme, Good Fortune from Victor and Rolf is nice. I do wish this was a better fragrance, just in general when it comes down to the fragrance as a whole, because I know that this house can deliver. But as a nice fragrance that would be fantastic to wear to be sexy and confident and attractive and work really well in a kind of party scene or a dancing scene or a clubbing scene, if you want to wear something sexy and confident on the spookiest night of the year, Good Fortune is nice. And the bottle is very appropriate. So a fragrance that is berry or a tart fruit like a pomegranate would be fantastic. You don't have to spend a lot of money. That is why I have this one from Solo Notes, but the pomegranate one would be great. Also feel free, Bath & Body Works has a bunch of ones. You can obviously pick up some fantastic body mists a bunch of places, but I think this one would be just fantastic. And if you want something a little bit more special, a little bit more festive, I do like this one a lot. Again, I wish it was a better fragrance in general, and I'll link my review of this below if you want to know my true thoughts on it. But as a scent to wear going out to celebrate Halloween, it's great. Especially it won't get lost or muddy or be too suffocating in a heavy party scene at Halloween. And I'm just envisioning all the nights I went out, and it's like, it's not that it's busy, it's that it is like a sardine. You can barely move, but you're having fun. Like, you're enjoying, you know what you're getting into when you go there. But that level of fragrance, you don't want it to be like the type of beast mode scent, like those Ambroxan bombs, because it will be too suffocating. It'll be too much for you. So you want something that kind of has power to it, but is also sexy and kind of grabs attention without being too much. And I think those types of fragrances would be great. If you're the type of person and you like to go trick-or-treating or take your kids trick-or-treating, or just like to have one of those more laid-back Halloweens, and you just still want to wear something that's festive, that works really well, obviously something chocolate works nice. So Wicked Good from Gallagher Fragrances is a delicious chocolate fragrance. I talk about this one all the time. It's so good. It's a very sexy fragrance, but just in general, like if you're wearing it with your kids, they're going to be excited because you're going to smell like a candy bar, but you're not going to smell like you literally melted chocolate and just rubbed it all over yourself. It's got a very beautiful chocolate note in it, but the vanilla in here is excellent, and I love the tonka. So this is a nice one. But again, if you don't want to break the bank and you want something that's affordable and easy, like if you kind of like an excuse to treat yourself to a bottle of perfume, but again, you want something super affordable, I do actually really like Silver Moon from Pacifica. Now this one is a vanilla, almond, and spice. So this is kind of getting into the fall festive spice smells, which is why I wanted to include this. So this does smell delicious, not like a chocolate candy bar, but you are getting something sweet and spiced and warm and cozy, and something that your kids will probably enjoy. I would say this mimics more of like a white chocolate candy bar, even though it doesn't smell like white chocolate, but the almond in here is sweet and nice. And again, I like the spices in here too, and this isn't an insanely expensive bottle of perfume. So if you like to treat yourself, you're not going to be breaking the bank. I think it's under $25 for this. So again, you can get something a little bit more high-end, beautiful chocolate, excellent vanilla in Wicked Good, or you can get something that's more cozy and spiced and sweet from Pacifica. And these are scents that you can wear when you're going trick-or-treating that'll smell really nice and appropriate, but aren't going to smell too crazy where you're going to be suffocating your poor kids who are just trying to get some candy bars. These last two fragrances are for people who take Halloween dang seriously. These are for the people of any age who get excited and plan their costumes year round, who get excited for the season, and any age, like young adult, young child too. You could be literally like in your 90s. Halloween can be a fun and festive time of year, and I think people get so excited for Halloween, almost as excited for Christmas. Now, that's how I am now, to be completely honest, is I love Halloween. I don't decorate for it as much. Now that I have a house, I'm hoping next year when everything calms down, I want to like turn my entire house into a haunted house. That's my plan for next year. And I want to sew like real wizard robes. I have plans for next year for Halloween. These last few years have been very depressing because I haven't been able to do what I wanted to do, but next year will be different. But if you want to take it seriously and have a more grown-up but still very festive, somewhat campy, spooky, fun Halloween, and you take it seriously, and that doesn't mean you have to be scary. You can have a silly Halloween. One year, my friend threw a party, and it was a Halloween party, and my costume was, you are a Blizzard Harry, so I had my Harry Potter robes, and I made a Blizzard hat. I have it somewhere, and so I was that meme, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, now that you're done judging me, even though I doubt you're done judging me, you've probably just started. The fragrances I chose for this are fragrances that to me smell deep and mysterious and sexy and spooky and have an allure of mystery and nighttime to them. And I realized when I chose them that they're both night blooming jasmine fragrances. So yeah, these are them. Now, the type of fragrance I would recommend for these are anything that kind of puts you into the festive, spooky mood. So these can be like deep woods, these can be rich aromatics, these can be sensual leathers. For me, I realized when I chose these are night blooming jasmine fragrances. And specifically because both of these are just fantastic. So the ones that I chose are Oud Jasmine from Royal Crown and the Nightingale from Dixit and Zach. These just to me smell mysterious and sexy and also can smell kind of spooky given the right way. I'm not going too much into these because these are more my personal pick rather than a mood, because with the party fragrances, that is, you're going to be in an environment where there's going to be a lot of people, so you might not want something heavy, you might want something that works really well in that environment. And then, for the trick-or-treating fragrances, you might want something that's food-like and fun that your kids would enjoy, that you also enjoy as well. But these are more personal because everyone's Halloween is different. Some people are more campy, some people are more scary, some people are more spooky. You can have it however you want. For me, I realize it's night blooming jasmine in woods, but for you, it could be something that is like oud, it could be something that's a deep leather, it could be something that's a rich romantic rose, or maybe something that's a very decadent violet. But do something that kind of evokes mystery and sensuality and spookiness and spoopiness and all that stuff, whatever it means to you. But for me, it is these jasmine fragrances. And I almost didn't have them be part of this list. I was just going to have these two scenarios, but I thought it would be fun to share my personal picks. So yeah. So if you're one of those people that gets excited to throw a party and decorate and stay at home or have an intimate party with friends, maybe having a movie marathon or things like that, and you spend a lot of time and thought into your costume and you want an appropriate fragrance, for me, it would be one of those. But obviously you guys know what it would be for you, but I think it would be fun to know what you guys think. What would your fragrance be in that scenario? What is your holiday scent? Are you going to have a trick-or-treating scent? Are you going to have a clubbing party scent? Are you going to have one of those more kind of like old horror movie marathon fragrances? Let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know what you're going to dress up for as Halloween. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing this year. I haven't quite decided, but I think I have an idea. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit more chatty, a little bit more just kind of sharing ideas, but I thought it would be fun to just talk about Halloween scents. So Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all happy and healthy and have a happy and safe Halloween.